Sailor Moon, we've got problems now. You're taking Sailor Jupiter now away from me. When this episode made me want to really care about her, you stop taking the fucking Sailor Scouts. I'm just saying, like, all jokes aside, people, that I'm actually getting pretty upset here that all the Sailor Scouts that I really like apart from Usagi and Venus, are like the only ones left, and you're taking away from me like Jupiter, Mercury. You're taking Mars. We still got issues about fucking Mars here. Like, you took the best one away from me. Like, the second answer. God fucking damn it. Like, fuck. These Black Moon, we get it, Black Moon. You're a serious threat. Just stop fucking taking them. And I know that there's one more fucking sister out there. So this fucking sister is going to take the last Sailor Scout that I care about. But for this episode, from what we saw, we got to see a little bit more Chibiusa, like, with Mamoru. Like, she was sort of, like, seeing more snippets of, like, her past, and she was actually growing a little bit more closer to Hisagi. And whilst this was happening, like, poor old Jupiter, she was getting sick, and actually Mamoru's, like, friend, the one that, like, really admires him, was actually, taking care of her, since she was getting ill from this virus that the Black Moon sent out to everyone, and she was actually causing electricity to come out of her body, pretty much, just to make sure, like, that's how ill she is. Like, her powers are actually on the fucking fritz as well. And he's sort of, like, catching on, you know, what the fuck, like, what is Usagi, like, Mamoru talking about? You know, he caught on saying, like, oh, they're, like, people are going missing, like, they've already lost, you know, like, Mars and stuff like that. And I was like, whoa, like, he's kind of catching on. That's kind of interesting to see how he's going to react. And when he went to go against this, and I talked to Makoto about this, it's like, what's going on? And she was like, I can't lie to that's, like, pretty face. And she tells her, pretty much say it like, okay, shit is going down. We're normal humans. We ain't fucking no aliens or anything like that. It's like, well, okay, at least that part's confirmed. And we see, like, how much he generally cares for this person. And that's sort of like her opening her heart. And I'm going to say, even for this episode, like, I don't know what, but normally when you just sort of got super close up to the character's face in this episode, their faces were just so heavily detailed. It looked absolutely beautiful. Like, especially this episode, like, the animation and, like, the art just looked absolutely fantastic when we saw, like, the characters really up close. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, like, from what we saw from here, we got Jupiter. I'm really liking Jupiter. Jupiter was, like, the only one that I didn't particularly have that much interest in, because she didn't really got that much of the explanation. She didn't really have that much of the past. And from what we saw from this episode, like, when she actually opened herself up to this person and saying, like, you know, I wish I could protect you, actually saying that, you know, my parents, they died in, like, a plane crash. And I said this, like, last, like, episode, that we kind of would like to see, like, maybe some filler episodes. Like, maybe it doesn't have to be super, super faithful to, like, you know, the manga. I would actually really enjoy some episodes. Like, perfect thing here, like, you could have one episode, like, if we could have, like, two episodes, you know, bi-weekly, something like that, one episode a week, one of them's filler, done by a different team, and then the manga, the continuations parts, because this is honestly the perfect time for them to have their stories. But yeah, it's going to keep faithful. I know they're never going to listen to us like that. And I was like, yeah, it's cool that we're finally getting a true faithful story, but I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff out. I really do feel like I'm missing a bunch of stuff out. So probably when I finish Sailor Moon Crystal, since I know this is only going to be 24 episodes, and who knows, we'll probably get, like, you know, another season of this, since like, it's going to be doing well and it's airing on TV now. I really, really want this to, like, do well, and I really want to see more of the story, but I'm kind of at this point, like, if it ever comes out over here in UK, I might just check out, like, the original to see what it's like. But overall, this was a good episode, you know, like, unfortunately, we had another Sailor Scout taken away from us, one that I was starting to care about, and since the next episode, like, they kind of just spoil it in the opening. It's like the next one, so it's like, you know that Venus is getting captured, and there's one more sister, so it's going to leave Usagi with Chibiusa all alone, and, you know, shit's going to go down in episode 18. But let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this episode. I really enjoyed this one. I'm going to give this personally an 8 this week. Really enjoyed it, but that's all from me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys